What's up, party people? G5 Productions in the place to be. Today we're going to be talking about the Yamaha MG06X mixer and how to use stereo versus mono. Let's get it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Gerald, excited to share with you all once again, doing my small part to help the DJ community get better and further faster. And what I wanted to share with you guys was a question that was asked by my man Pierre. So shout out to Pierre from DJ Software and Tech Talk. We follow each other and talk quite a bit through comments and stuff like that on Facebook. But the question that you asked me made me have a question, because I did talk about this feature in a recent video this past weekend, but I was also questioning myself, well, how does that stereo mono button really work? So that's what we're here for today. And before we get into it, please consider smashing that like button, subscribing to our channel to help the G5 Nation grow. And now we're going to get into the Yamaha 06X mono versus stereo feature. Let's get it. All right, party people, so here's the setup minus the DJ controller, and here's how I was set up this past weekend at the event. I had this box built with a power conditioner, 2 mics, and an antenna distro. It used to be a 4 mic rack, but I took 2 mics out to make this setup. And then, of course, through a hardwire harness, I made all of this stuff kind of fit together minus the audio cables. And then, of course, I had another little harness just for an iPad, right? So versus talking about all that, here it is in a nutshell. The event I had was not requiring me to have a DJ controller. It was really just play some ambient music. People are going to run, and when they come back through the finish line, they come back through the finish line. But I wanted to hook up my DDJ with the option to strike it earlier than normal in case, you know, it was getting close to the end. But I would still have music on my iPad and, of course, 2 microphones to talk and make announcements with to the end of that event. So literally I could have did the whole event just like this with a couple of speakers, but again, I wanted to incorporate the DDJ. So the setup was mic 5 in my rack was on channel 1, mic 6 was on channel 2, my DJ controller was on channels 3 and 4, and of course this iPad right here was on channels 5 and 6. So that gave me the option to, again, strike the DJ controller, but still have music with an iPad, and of course 2 microphones to talk with. So the question we're addressing here is, what does this mono switch do for this mixer? How does it work? If I press it down in stereo, will it make all of the channels go to stereo left and right out? Or if I have it up, will it make all of the channels go to mono signal, like mono left and right, mono left and right, mono left and right, mono left and right? Well, it's not working like that, and let me explain. If you'll notice here on channel 1, it says 1 left, and on channel 2, it says 2 right, and it also says that on the top. Now channels 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, they're labeled as a stereo channel, 5, 6, so 5, 6, and same thing with 3 and 4, right? Now, my small rant is they call 2 channels one channel, 2 channels, like they call this a 6-channel mixer, but in my brain and probably yours, this is really a 4-channel mixer, like channels 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 3 and 4, right? So anyways, moving along, if we have this switch pressed down in the stereo channel, what the mixer is saying is channel 1 will only be heard through the left speaker, and channel 2 will only be heard through the right speaker. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a microphone, number 5 here, which is on channel 1, we're going to turn it on while we're in the stereo mode with the switch pressed down, and we're going to talk 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to our left speaker, and we're going to verify that we are in fact getting audio right out of this speaker. But if we go over to the right speaker, then there's absolutely no audio coming out of the right speaker. That audio, if you still hear it, is coming out of the left speaker and the left speaker only. Why? Because the mixer, according to the instructions, is designed to have channel 1 come out of the left side only, and that's how it works. Now, if we were to temporarily disable mic 6, because I don't have that mic out here, and move mic 5 over to channel 2 here, watch this. We are still talking on the exact same microphone, and if we go over to our left speaker, You will not hear any audio from the left speaker here, but you will hear audio from the right speaker as I get a little bit closer to it. So that's how the stereo switch affects channels 1 and 2. Now, if we were to put this switch up in the up position like so, then what happens now is both channels 1 and 2 comes from both speakers as a mono signal. So here we go. We are now going to go over towards the left speaker, and the mic is plugged into channel 2. Here we go, here we go. We have audio from the left speaker, and we're going to go over to the right speaker, and we have audio also from the right speaker. So that's the way the mono stereo switch works with regards to channel 1 and 2. And of course, if we were to just, I know this is cringeworthy, but you know what? Boom. If we were to switch this over back to channel 1, turn the mic on, and start to talk, channel 1, because that switch is up in the mono position, is also going to be heard through both speakers. So here we go, verifying our audio from speaker on the left. And now we're going to go and verify audio from speaker on the right. And there we go. Audio on channel 1 and channel 2 out of the mixer will be heard through both speakers when this switch is pressed in the up position, which is mono. So the next question we have to ask is, how does the mono stereo selector switch affect lines 3, 4, or 5, 6? Well, the answer is it doesn't really, because these by default are stereo channels. And if you only hook in the left side, sound will come from both left and right speakers, because if you see right here, it shows that line left or line 5 is a mono signal. And the exact same thing happens on line 3, right? The left side is a unbalanced mono signal, and the right side is the right side. So here's how it works. If we play some music through the system and I unplug, say, the left side, well, the left side speaker is going to go off, or it's not going to play any audio. So here we go. I'm going to walk over here to the left side. And as you can hear with this speaker, there's no audio. However, the right side speaker does have audio. Boom. Now, in reverse though, because this is a mono signal, if we plug in the left side and disconnect the right side, that doesn't have any effect, because that is a mono signal. Here we go. So we have audio from the left side speaker, and we also have audio from the right side. Okay, party people, so let's talk about this right here a little bit, and how does it relates to the DDJ. Well, in Serato, I did go into the settings and set my mixer to mono out, right? Because if you were playing music through an iPad, and let's say you did disconnect this right side, I think by default it's still going to be a mono channel anyway. But there are certain instruments within music that are panned to the left or the right, and sound from certain songs, even from my iPad, it may just affects how that music sounds versus, you know, having the left and right in, right? So I just wanted to give that to you guys, that if you're using a simple iPad or your DJ controller or any instrument that has a left and right out, if you're going to hook up with these two channels, I would suggest just hook up both channels anyway. But I wanted to let you know basically that this mono stereo selector switch does not really affect channels 3 and 4, nor 5 and 6. All right, everybody, so here we are back in the original configuration. I have mic 5 and mic 6 into channels 1 and 2. I have my iPad on channel 5, 6 with room to plug in my DDJ on 3 and 4 right here. And of course, the mono stereo selector switches in the up position so that the mixer on channels 1 and 2 are on mono, which means either microphone on either of these two channels will come out of both speakers. So there it is, party people. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and of course share it with other DJs in the industry. This is a little but powerful asset to your rig. I think it comes in handy in a lot of ways, and in the case of what I was doing, it gave me the flexibility of just running sound with an iPad, but also the ability to incorporate another instrument, or in my case, my DJ controller within it. But it also allowed me to quickly strike my DJ controller, but still keep two microphones running and music from an iPad. So that's all I have. I'm Gerald with G5 Productions, DJ Sound and Lighting. If you guys want to learn more about us, visit www.g5productions.com. Let's party.